They left no fingerprints, no witnesses, no DNA, and in one case, not even a body, but they all made the same mistake. They left something too small to see, and that was enough to catch them. Caught by a fiber beneath the Sierra Nevada mountains near Lake Tahoe, investigators found a body in a place no one would ever stumble upon. A young woman had been gagged with pantyhose and strangled with a makeshift garrote made from a tree branch and a strip of her own clothing. Her shoes had been removed only after she was walked down a steep path. Her clothing was scattered for a third of a mile back toward the highway. This wasn't a dump site. This was a torture site. She had been dead for weeks. No ID, no witnesses, no suspects. For months, the case went nowhere until dental records finally gave her a name: 17-year-old Darcy Frackenpole, a runaway working as a prostitute in Sacramento. Just days before her body was discovered, another prostitute had barely escaped a man who tried to handcuff her inside his car. Police caught him. Inside the vehicle was a crime kit, scissors, handcuffs, and a homemade garrote made of white parachute cord. His name was Roger Kibbe. Suspicion wasn't proof, so investigators turned to the only thing Darcy left behind: her clothing. For 3 weeks, a criminalist examined fiber lifts from her dress under a microscope. Then she saw it: 2 large blue nylon carpet fibers. They traced Kibbe's car, blue floor mats. Same fiber shape, same dye, same composition. Still not enough. Then came the detail no one expected. Both fibers from the victim and the car were covered in tiny football-shaped fungal spores and microscopic red paint flecks. The rope from the crime scene carried the same paint, the same spores, the same parachute cord as Kibbe's. This wasn't just similar rope. It was rope that had lived in the same environment. That microscopic evidence tied Darcy to Kibbe's vehicle beyond coincidence. He was convicted of first-degree murder because of fibers no one could see. In 1992, Lavra Hodling, a 24-year-old Harvard graduate, left her Bethesda home for work and never arrived. There was no sign of struggle and no forced entry until police searched the woods behind the house and found a pillowcase soaked in blood. Inside the bedroom, luminol lit up her mattress like a constellation. Someone had been murdered in that bed, but there was no body. On the pillowcase, investigators found a fingerprint made in blood. It matched the family gardener, Haddon Clark, but he worked there. He could have touched the pillow at any time. The print alone wasn't enough. Then a forensic technician examined hairs from Laura's brush. One wasn't hair. It was a wig fiber. Clark owned 24 wigs stored in a unit out of state. Everyone was tested. One wig matched the fiber perfectly, same diameter, same color, same internal structure. A specialized lab confirmed the dye signature was identical. Clark had worn a wig inside Laura's house. Faced with that evidence, he confessed. He had used a spare key, smothered her, stabbed her, wrapped her in the missing sheet, and buried her near his campsite. A single wig fiber exposed him. In Oregon in 1995, a prostitute named Lisa Benson survived an attempted murder. She told police a man tied her to a forklift and tried to hang her. They arrested a carpet store employee named Larry Reed. Inside his office, police found blood everywhere, but none of it belonged to Lisa. This was a murder scene. They just didn't know whose. 2 months earlier, a woman's body had been pulled from a river. Marjorie Sessions. Her skull had been crushed. Her DNA had degraded in the water, so investigators exhumed her body and extracted DNA from bone marrow and dental pulp. It matched the blood from Reed's office. But they still needed proof he dumped the body. Then they found an old report. The day after Sessions disappeared, someone had seen a man dumping trash on a roadside. Police had saved the evidence: paper towels, carpet scraps, plastic wrap. The plastic wrap matched the exact type used in Reed's warehouse. The blood on the trash matched Marjorie. Piece by piece, forensic science reconstructed the murder without a witness, without a confession, and almost without a body. Reed was sentenced to 40 years. These killers thought they were careful. They hunted strangers in remote places and left nothing obvious behind. But they all forgot the same thing. You can't see fibers. You can't see spores. You can't see microscopic paint. But a microscope can. And sometimes that's all investigators need.